Hey y'all, Jordan here from the Wanderheart Project, here to introduce you to one of our designs, the unplug kayak design. And the reason that we love kayaking is that you can use a kayak in lots of different places wherever you may find yourself, on rivers and lakes, oceans, the Great Lakes, lots of different places that you can find yourself on the water. And there's a few different types of kayaks that you might come across or may have used. This one next to me happens to be a sea kayak and used for more bigger open water, maybe an inland lake or one of the Great Lakes, ocean, things like that. There's also different styles of kayaks, such as a recreational style kayak that you just kind of sit on top and go have fun at grandma's house out at the lake. Whitewater kayaks, if you're looking to get to the extreme side of the sport, getting in those class 4 or 5 rapids and you're shredding down the rivers. And then, there's also fishing kayaks. If you're a hunter, fisher, whatever it might be, and you want to use a boat as your method of transportation to get to whatever sport it is you're doing, there's fishing kayaks out there, and it's another great way to enjoy the water and experience the outdoors. So what I'm going to talk about today is a little bit about safety in kayaking and some basic paddle skills. All right, so you're ready to head out to the lake or the river. A couple things you want to think about before you get there. Where is your PFD, your personal flotation device? Super important. If anything was to happen to you, you fall out of your kayak, hit your head, anything like that, this thing's going to help keep you alive and able to be rescued. A couple other things, you got to have your paddle, kayak paddle, a little different than a canoe paddle if you've ever used one of those. This has a blade on either end. And last thing you want to think about, or maybe not the last thing, but one of the other things you want to think about is the 3 W's. You've got your water. What's the type of water that you're getting onto? Are you getting on a river that has rapids? Are you going on calm water on a lake? The weather. What's the weather doing? What's the weather that's going to be happening? You're going to be out all day. Did you look at the forecast? Is there going to be wind? And then if you're in bigger waters, maybe the waves. What are the waves going to look like? Is it going to be large waves that you're not going to be able to handle? Is it going to be a nice calm day? So preparing for those things are going to help you have a successful trip on the river or on the lake, making sure that you have the proper clothing on and the proper equipment with you to have a successful time. All right, so basic paddle position for you inside of the kayak in your body. We're going to want to make sure that we have our hands on the kayak paddle, maybe a little bit farther out than our shoulders, so it feels nice and comfortable. And we call this the paddler's box. You can kind of see between my arms. When I'm paddling, what's going to happen is I'm not going to be taking big strokes and bending my arms way back toward myself. I'm going to engage my torso and use hip rotation to get the best power out of my stroke as I can. So what that's going to look like is I'm going to reach up forward in my kayak and pull back, but as you can see, I'm turning my body with my paddle, not just using my arms. If I just sat here and used my arms all day long and paddled like this, my shoulders are going to be shot, my arms are going to be shot, and you're going to be hurting for a few days after that. And in the long term, you can get a lot of joint pain, tendonitis, things like that. So engaging those hips and using your torso when you're paddling to turn will give you good power, save your energy, and ensure a long day out on the water. Thanks, everybody.